Hello, and welcome back to Of the People. I'm Robert Chernin with
Ericka Redic.
The lovely Ericka Redic.
Yeah.
So, Ericka, picking up where we left off, do you know what else the Biden administration wants to ban?
What now?
Come on. Give you three guesses. Bigger than a bread box.
What do they want to ban?
And it hangs on the ceiling.
Oh, ceiling fans. Ceiling fans.
Yeah. So, I mean, how much does this, does Biden's America want to reach into your house?
So, they also want to block the sun. What the right? Excuse my language.
Yeah, but that's okay. But WTF? But they want to block the sun. They want to ban alcohol. So let me see if I got this right. They want to ban alcohol and ceiling fans, which to me those are related, because don't you really want? I mean, so you're going to schwitz and be hot because you don't have a ceiling fan. There's not going to be enough electricity to run your air conditioner.
They want to ban air conditioners,
and you don't have gear to cool off. I would say these are not really smart
they want to take all the joy and goodness out of our lives so that we really do end up like the book 1984. Everybody's going to be wearing the same brown jumpsuit and take the joy. Isn't it brown?
Orange.
I thought in 1984.
Well, you're wearing orange.
I know, but
you're wearing orange.
No, it's brown shirts are the bad guys.
Well, the brown shirts were Hitler's
I'm mixing
military
up,
were the brown shirts.
Actual bad guys with literary bad guys.
They were actual bad guys. But wait a minute. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Name for me, in Biden's America, name for me a blue city or a blue state that isn't a total freaking mess.
Oh, God.
Economically, law enforcement, environmentally. Find me one. And we know, look, the blue states. Name one. Name the blue cities.
Especially the blue cities. They're all messed up. All the cities with the highest murder rates, the highest unemployment, all the worst statistics are all blue cities. Now, some of them are in red states, so-called red states where they might have a Republican governor, but like Vermont has a Republican governor. That dude is not a Republican, okay?
But that's not a Republican state. That's still a blue state.
Is there even wait.
He's not even a rhino. He's not. Yeah, but wait a minute. In Vermont, is there actually even a Republican Party in Vermont?
No.
Really?
Not. Barely,
in name only, right? Republican, right? So, Bernie Sanders has successfessly taken over the state of Vermont, and there are no. You want to talk about enemy territory? I was in Burlington the other day. It's starting to look like Portland.
It's not starting to look like they've got. Okay, so they already have. The downtown, so Burlington is the largest city. It's the Queen City. Church Street, the downtown.
Is that the Queen? Is that like the Queen of Beers?
It's similar. Very similar.
Lord Benjamin, you can bleep that if it's politically incorrect. It's okay.
The downtown is being gutted. They're putting another homeless encampment next to the high school where they are already having encounters with the students every day. It's just there's now shootings there. Okay, literally, Robert, we have a house here. We got back the other day. There was an armed robber on the loose. Every single Burlington police officer was in pursuit. The guy got away on a bike. Then stole a boat.
You mean both of them? You mean both of them? You mean both of them?
Literally. And then the dude stole a boat. Okay, there's people doing carjackings here now. What?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The guy steals a boat and they couldn't find him?
Oh, good golly! It's a whole thing. Dude.
Oh, so he doesn't know how to drive a boat. So wait a minute.
Point is, blue cities.
The point is, you have lies, damn lies, and facts. And they don't care about the lies or the damn lies. They care about the facts. Because, for instance, so D.C., one of the council members says, we don't have a crime crisis here.
What?
Right? So wait, just as an example, hang on.
D.C.?
So Phil Mendelson, the chairman of the District of Columbia City Council, basically says, I know this belies the common belief, and when it comes to crime, how people feel about it, but there is no real crime crisis in D.C. This was in late March. Now, for perspective here, right? In D.C., since as through August, there is a 63% increase in robberies, a 27% increase in homicides, a 14% increase in sexual abuse, and there are no crime crisis in D.C. So when facts don't matter, and look, I know people buy an emotion and they justify on logic what they've already bought. I get that. I'm a salesman from, pots and pans and dishes door to door in my, teens and 20s. I get why people buy stuff, right? But when facts on that level don't matter, it's what you get what Jay the Republican said. You can mask stuff and say, oh, there is no border crisis. You can say that, oh, but Biden responded quickly to the Maui survivors, which is such a bunch of crap.
Yep.
Right? But so name me. So we know that D.C. is a blue city. That clearly things ain't going so well. I defy you.
Yeah.
I love you dearly. I defy you. Name for me a single blue city that's doing well.
I don't think I can.
I mean, aren't we singing? So we're singing the blues.
Oh my God!
Which by the way, Lord Benjamin, I want that song "Singing the Blues."
Oh my
Sammy
God!
Davis
We
Jr.
gotta play it. When we see the blue cities and the blue states, they call themselves sanctuary cities and sanctuary states, but then they can't handle the immigrant influx from, that's being
Sure they can. They send them somewhere else.
And so it is really, my question to the general public is, when you see this happening, and we're talking to Vermonters all the time. We talk to people in Texas, no matter where we go, who don't like the way things are, but then they don't vote and then they don't participate. And I don't know, how do we fix this other than electing people who are not psychos? This is all policy that's decided essentially by the voters, right? They've voted for this stuff, and then they complain about the way things are. So how do we fix it? What's the solution here?
La guillotine. La guillotine. I don't know that there is a solution. So you know how you just taught me something earlier in the show, that this whole thing about overpopulation of the world and mass being unhealthy, and then why, you should want us all dying from COVID because that way we will depopulate the earth, and then there's no climate. I mean, I never made that connection. That is brilliant. But on a similar connection, right? How do you connect, right? How do you, how do you fix it? Because now we're talking about election integrity. Because on the one hand, you're saying you have to fix this at the ballot box, but now if you don't believe that there are free and fair elections, you are going to further disincentivize those people to vote. Now, look, I'm one of those people. There are people in the world who die for the right to vote in free and fair elections, right?
It's true.
But and by the way, if you're one of those people, at least historically, that have never voted, don't even talk to me. You can have a different opinion than me. You can be a flaming liberal, whatever you want to be, and I will meet you in the public square of debate, armed and ready, and let the critical thinking and the critical debate of ideas, let's see who wins. Because in a battle of wits, they're unarmed, in my opinion. Having said that, right? Having said that, there's no way now, because now you have people questioning, and I think rightfully so and justifiably so, because there's so many unanswered questions in the 2020 election as to, and now they're finding ballots that were, shipped and harvested. And, and again, you're not going to hear about this in the news, and then you're going to say, oh, well, you only saw it on Twitter. Well, Twitter or those kind of social media, you have to filter through it all. But those are the only unfiltered sources at this point, because everything else is filtered through the echo chamber of the politics of the station you're getting it. But if the American public doesn't believe that elections are free and fair, it will only depress the vote even more. And the only people that are going to come out and vote are the ideologues on both sides. And by the way, if only the ideological wings of let's call it the parties come out, the Democrats win. Because for them, it's about 40%, 50% of that party.
Yep.
For us, it's about 30%.
They're way more motivated. They're way more.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Because they know they can't win any other way. In free and fair elections, they can't win.
And there's a big disconnect too between, and this is how I heard it described, the disconnect between the people who take a shower to end their day versus the people who take a shower to begin their day. Right? So when you're
That's what Doug Burgum said, the governor of North Dakota, in the debate.
Loved that. I loved that, because it really is when you have the people who are the producers, the people who are out there working hard, feeding their families, running their businesses, they're like, I don't have time to stop at the ballot box. I don't have time to participate in these things because I'm busy, making the jobs.
But then you're arguing for mail-in ballots. Then you're arguing for mail-in ballots.
No, and that's the thing, right? And so then you have the folks who take the shower to begin their day, or the liberal elites. They can get time off from their jobs. They've got the time off, or the motivation, or the incentive to go vote and participate. And that's where that's why I get so frustrated sometimes by the normal average working American doesn't buy into this stuff, wants there to be police and wants there to be law and order, but they don't prioritize it. They don't prioritize it.
I get it. Look, I agree with you mostly, but where I disagree with you is that I think historically those people who take showers at the end of the day, and by the way, I generally take one in the morning and in the evening, so I'm both of those guys. But just kidding. Not every day, folks. People go, Robert, you stink. Take a shower. Right. No, wrong kind of stinking. But in any event, it's my politics that people don't like. Manishtana. But in any event, it's one of those things that I disagree with you, because I think the average American, those people who take showers at the end of the day, historically have wanted to vote, have taken the time to vote, and understood its significance and importance. It's in the modern era, let's call it from Obambi forward, right? It's and that's really unfair to call him that, because he's anything but a fawn or a doe. If anything, he's the Manchurian candidate, and this is his third term in office. Thank you very much. But these people want to vote, but now they don't think their vote matters. So why bother? And there is a malaise, and there is a sense of hopelessness that it doesn't matter what I do. And that's that whole red dot in a blue pond thing. They want people to be demotivated. They want people to, and I think when I say you're one of them, I know vote, but I mean, your concern is well placed. But when I say you're one of them, it's not that you don't vote. It's that you actually are feeling what they're putting out and accept it to be real. I do not. At the end of the day, I think it'll get worse before it gets better. But you're already starting to see people fight back in different ways. I hope it doesn't come to armed open conflict, but let's see what happens in 2024. Because I want to segue you to the post-debate polls. Have you seen them?
Oh, you know what? I have not.
So Trump is running away.
Lie.
Trump is now running away in the post-debate polls. A couple weeks ago. Even more.
Even bigger lead?
Bigger lead.
Really?
Yeah, hang on. I'll find that one for you too.
Yeah, that's what I've been so focused on the House, and for those of you listening, we're getting ready to sell our house in Burlington. There is too much crime here. These people are insane. We're making moves outside of the city.
Well, I can't quite find it, but I'm sure it's here somewhere. So basically, it's not it either. Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Oh, our favorite. DEI.
DEI. Divide, elite, and intolerance. Don't forget that's what it really means. Division, elitism, and intolerance. So I know we're segueing. I want to get back to this Trump poll thing.
Okay, tell me about the Trump poll.
But next time someone says, diversity, equity, and inclusion, folks, remember, it's worth repeating. Divide or division, elitism, and intolerance, because that's what it really means. So Trump has the support of like 61% of the Republican electorate. Wow. It's up like 11 or 12 points. And I am struggling to find this article, but I will. Here it is. There you go. Wall Street Journal, right, basically says that there's a dramatic change despite the emphasis that DeSantis and Southern candidates have. It's a poll from August 24th through the 30th. It's 1,500 Americans with a 2.5% margin of error. Quote, some 76% of Trump supporters say they are committed to him and won't change their mind. Right? Okay. But it's 61% of the Republican electorate who have said that they are voting for Trump regardless, and that's up 12 points.
Wow. So they were not impressed. The American people were not impressed with their pool of candidates from the first debate, sounds like.
I don't know if they're not impressed because, look, to be honest, I think that we had an incredible slate of candidates up there, and I like the talent pool, and I like a lot of them. And if someone could convince me that one of them could actually win the primary, there's several of them that I would support in the general. There's a couple of them I wouldn't, but that's not true. I'm anybody but Biden, but a couple that I just don't think could win the general, right? So the question then becomes, can anyone derail Trump? Because he's only gotten stronger. 4 indictments, and now they were trying to get him off the New Hampshire ballot, right?
Really?
Yeah, Corky Messner, who ran for Senate, filed suit to remove him from the ballot, citing the 14th Amendment to the Constitution because of insurrection. Even though he's been charged, it hasn't been proven. But, of course, he's guilty until proven innocent because he's Donald Trump, of course.
Obviously.
Right.
Obviously.
So I don't think anybody beats Trump in the primary except possibly Donald Trump.
The thing with Donald Trump is like all of the problems I feel like are baked into the cake, right? So, by the time the grab them by the, what video came out and they thought, oh, for sure, this will be the end. No, the average American wanted the giant orange middle finger. And so the brazen, brascious,
did you just say brascious? Is there such a word?
Is that? I think I just made that up. The brasciousness.
You're like my radio malaprop.
I
love that.
All of that was baked in, and the American people want that. And so the idea that you're going to show him being brash and like a strong New Yorker is somehow going to hurt him in the polls. I don't know why they keep trying the same play, thinking that's going to work.
Well, no, the play they're trying is they want Trump as the nominee because they think they can beat him again, and they want him limping into the debates. And by the way, folks, we have to go because we're getting the high sign. But you've heard it here. I'm going to tell you again. Joe Biden will not be the nominee. It's going to be Donald Trump versus Gavin Newsom.
Oh,
chew on that for a while, and we have a lot of this for the next show, so we got plenty of stuff to come back to. Ericka, where can they reach us?
They can reach us at asicfund.org or coalitionforamerica.com. They can reach me on Twitter at Ericka Redic, and they can reach you
at RB Chernin. RB Chernin. And folks, do it because Ericka said so.
Do it now.
And do it now. Folks, you've been listening to Of the People. I am Robert Chernin with
Ericka Redic.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again next week. And we are Of the People. You can find us on Rumble, You can find me on Twitter at @RBChernin and
I am at Ericka Redic.
Look us up. You'll be entertained.
That we guarantee.
Absolutely. She's never wrong.
Ever. Just ask my husband.